Ghana must grow, let's go. Agric is the way to go. Play your part, though, don't be slow. Ghana must grow, let's go. Producito, processito, distributo. I go make the dough just to feed my own. I go do it all.
As an agricultural entrepreneur, I often meet people who ask what a media personality is doing in agriculture. And my answer is always the same. Agriculture is for everyone. And I dream of the day that everyone will have an agriculture, vocational, or technical story to share. My name is Agribusiness, and I welcome you to Ghana Grows Ejuma. This is a broadcast designed to help change negative mindsets young people, especially young women, have about agriculture, agribusiness, the technical and the vocational sectors. We want to point out to you opportunities to deliberately help you pursue fulfilling careers in these sectors. The name Ghana Grows means so much to me. Everyone can and must grow something as we grow our nation. So, what are you growing today?
Ghana Grows Ejuma is brought to you by MasterCard Foundation in partnership with the Springboard Roadshow Foundation.
Ghana grows my future.
Yo, me baya enye boni bia. Meka ekumbia mpese omodwen magana ne se na be ya obia ho beto no fine. Nti I started project bi aye friend na Ghana Grows Ejuma. Okay. Se na be ya nkofo betimi akọ ekua ejuma num. Okay, ekua ejuma num. Ekua ejuma num. Any vocational and training san areas no. Nti na mpese mbisa mo questions kakra. Nti first of all, modern agriculture and ekua no and then about my dream.
Oh, Kwajuman de Dame, I am a bamajun muye. And if I be brief, he said, Omoya, a fear juma, into no moon person more wedding, a beshim.
Yeka Agric, ye idea about me a full juma.
Agriculture is the process of planting foods and running of animals.
Agriculture million Jim Mofilo. Coffee on my job Agric.
Growing up, I heard Agric is just about farming, all those things. But from my perspective of view, I think Agric can be rearing of animals, farming, and all sorts of things.
Okay.
For me, I just say it be punishment direct because how you go work small tea the one way you go get that thing where you go fit chop, but you go fit sell away you go forward.
Join the discussion on social media by posting your thoughts on the Ghana Grows social media handles as we hear from my friends. You will say at times I am called for say I'm person moko ekwa because nkofo omo nisika na omo kom nkofo omo ho ayefi na omo kom nti omo person omo kom what do interest and was idea
oh me dear my dream chere me hwe na ekwa eye say me bra ba ko o ti rigi dan bai odo bayre last all friend me catch me say bayre kwa ba ko 7 million
wow
nti anka faso onima anko ntimi nyere on do bayre no mo di back ra so dia ejibo
Kuya no aya na nkrofo tia they di kan eyedin enti se won ye obi a woni gye ho a untumi ye ana mrante no so se o ma ba no so no mo pe sika tententem enti o tiku ya no kra on pe so de na o be dey e be shim ha but ku ya no so no eye
what I heard is those who are not educated normally go into farming. Yes, please.
Uneducated people, they are the only ones who go into farming.
Yes, please.
But now we know that that's not the case, right?
Yes.
Because there are lots of people who are rich,
who are
big
educated,
men.
go into farming.
Amado jibi yoji agap kaba avo manyaba aglodo ye miato bi wocha kafi nyaham ye ni omuta mado jibi yokpo agakaba kaka aglodo enya onto
ya benyi edu bebe ni ehunu se eye stress bi maye nti sisi ayen ye atwe ye ho afuru ba yen nananom ni ye papa mu de omugusu eye ebua o.
A few trends seem to be emerging, but it's probably too early to start drawing conclusions. And that is because on my way here, I threw the very same question to some young people at Legon, and this is what they had to say. All right, hi, how are you doing?
Well, how are you?
Fine, thank you. So I want to ask you a simple question. Okay. What comes to mind when you think about agriculture?
Agric. Isn't it farming?
Farming?
Yeah.
That's interesting. What about you?
Well, it's also farming, but I see a lot of people on a big land cultivating crops.
For me, when I think of agriculture, I think of millions of cities.
First thing which comes to my mind is the livestock.
Livestock. Okay. What about you?
Farming in the villages.
Farming in the villages.
Hunting.
Hunting. Okay.
Basically food.
Food?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Farming.
Farming.
Yeah.
I see. So growing up, what were some of the conceptions or the thoughts or the images you saw about agriculture or farming?
And that's those involved in farming are basically those who are not well to do, and those who are still trying to start something, I know, hands to mouth, something like that.
I mostly see them in tattered clothing, reading, and yeah.
Growing up, I thought agriculture was just for the poor. But as I am now and I've been prone to a lot of things, I realize it's not just for
the poor.
But then,
why would you think it's not just for the poor? What changed your mindset?
And taking this actor John Dumelo for example, if agriculture was for the poor, actually, why? Because I wouldn't say he is poor, but then at least he's sufficient. Yes, so I think there is a lot of money in there. That's why he has also gone into agriculture.
I feel, or I know that a lot of people think agriculture is putting your hand into the soil. So like he said, the actor, I have a feeling he doesn't necessarily have to put his hand in the soil to farm. I think he has like people doing that. He's just doing the investing and, you know, paying for this, paying for that. And
according to my people, and then it's more or less like those who didn't get chance to go to school, go into farming so that at least they'll get something to eat.
Okay, and yourself?
So according to me, what I know from the onset is that those people into agriculture are the uneducated people.
I'm having fun hearing all these perspectives, and I hope you're enjoying them too. Having heard your first answers, my curiosity is now stirred up. So let me ask about the present.
I'm in Agric because I idea a boy and pa because my folk are crowd me and a boy meet me trouble dear I mean got up and one of the shaman say
Now looking at things, there is money in Agric. Even now, let's take their cocoa issue for instance. Now their cocoa, a bag of cocoa is 1,300 and 500 or so something. So I think now there is profit in Agric.
Okay, now I just say now Agric money the inside. So I go advise the youth say they for enter inside.
Aglo wanyo efififi sakawa pa amoma fifi pang. Aglo wanyo efififi.
Oh, ben na mo fellow hidi. It's time you tell me. inya nyome mana me ba nu chimo kona ba chuan iso na ba mo fe mom ba sky me wa do help wonu agbanu what here or me to na ba me money e ba nu chimo le ba e ba me wa ba sky me wa
Miao yuto ojibe miakata mia osusu deka ala ba afumagoji agblodo wa afumagoji e gachona kovana na mienye na leke yuto na dashi efififi plemu katanchi ngoma hia ojibe miakata mia yi agblodo afuma gachona ma na leke mi evi hu na ilo school wa okuko wo de shade yukwenya ma.
Of course, because I mentioned John Dumelo earlier. He's been one of the people who are motivating me to also go into agriculture because I realize there's money in there. There's money in the soil. Yeah.
There is money in the
soil. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, because I would want to do it in the future, but not now. Reason being, I have a lot of things on my hands at the moment, but in the future, let's see what the future
Why would you
holds.
do it in the future, though? If you decide to do it, why would you do it?
Well, like you said, there's money in the soil, so I would want to do it for the money purposes and also to serve humanity as well.
Okay, going to it as an investor, that's something I would consider, but something else that I don't know. So if I would have to maybe provide resources in terms of finances to other people who may want to do it directly, or maybe I procure the piece of land for other people to engage in the actual farming, then that's something I would really like to consider, since at the end of the day, it's the money we want.
What about you?
Yes. Recently, I learned a lot of celebrities are now into farming. So, and I don't necessarily see them on the farms working, which means the other sectors of farming you can venture into.
There is a lot that has to be done. For instance, Ghana is known to be a country known to be really involved in agriculture when it comes to farming produces, but you realize there is much to be done in that sector. You know, we don't produce much, and even the ones we produce, it's not even able to feed those of us living in this country. Not to even talk about, you know, trying to process it to do something extra. Yes, so I think there's more to be done. So it will be something I would like to invest in. Yeah, maybe as part of maybe something that I would like to do.
Okay.
So for me, I would like to go in agriculture because there is a lot of benefit in it, apart from the food you get. You see, this country, for instance, we don't really go much into agriculture like that because the food we produce is very small, which cannot even go outside for exportation. Yeah, so I would like to go into that part of farming, like mechanized way, so that I can get more money from it.
When it comes to food, we are more interested in the agriculture part, especially the post-harvest loss, because nowadays we are having a lot of food waste, and it's very bad and it's affecting our food security. So that's why I've been considering to go into agriculture. So I've been planning on coming up with a project whereby we'll target household to do some mini backyard garden in their various homes.
Thank you very much. Listening to all of you, even though none of you is studying Agric directly, having this conversation has been very beneficial because it means that now we're moving from not even considering it to contemplating, you know, going into Agric and Agric-related businesses, which is good for this country. So thank you all very much for this. And it's Ghana Grows Ejuma. The good news is that several of my young friends want to know more about these sectors. So stay tuned to the Ghana Grows Ejuma program and look out for other exciting interventions. This has been Araba Kumson coming to you from Dodowa and Legon. Until next time, it's bye.